I could teach the inmates, the prisoners of the central jails in Kerala. I was teaching music for the inmates for almost 2 years.
That was something
And
different. I
at
didn't
that,
expect. In every corner, there is a story waiting to rise. Welcome to Raise, the Rise of Remarkable Minds, an inspirational podcast by our art. Let's begin this journey together. Hi, Sam. Here with us today, Mr. Sam Cleetus, making music education accessible to all souls. Is it right?
yes,
Absolutely right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I made a small intro in that way because I know you personally as well. So you are one of the person that inspired my daughter into the musical journey. So that's a personal connection with you. So I'm so grateful to interview you today. So I would like to know, maybe I don't know whether you've answered this question in other interviews. I would like to know more about you. Um, like we'll start from the childhood. So, would like to know about your childhood and how this world of music opened doors for you.
I think, I'm fortunate to have music from the right beginning of my, life. Because my mom, she was a choir leader in the church.
Wow.
So she used to sing all the time. And that time, I'm talking about like early 80s, we had a harmonium at home. And she used to play the harmonium and sing along with it. So my father supported her to bring a teacher to home, and she was teaching my mom. So at that time, I just watched, and when she's not there, I started playing with that. So that's how my journey started.
So that means that you must have started from zero age, right? That from the birth itself you are
Yes.
listening to music. So you wanna add on something about your mom's music? What was the type of music that she was interested into?
She was doing only the Christian church songs only, but she is doing with the passion. Whatever she is doing, she used to sing. Maybe she's working in kitchen or cleaning or
Wow.
whatever the activity she does, she's doing along with singing. So I remember because I grew up in like a forest kind of area, because my father was an engineer in government service.
Okay.
He worked in the project of the dams, the thing. So we had like quarters kind of thing, and the partitions were very narrow. So everybody could hear whatever happening or talking between each other. So our neighbor was actually, they were moving out. So the last thing, and that auntie was saying to my mom that my mom's name was Sheila. So she was telling me, Sheila, the one thing we really miss your singing.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that actually that hit my heart in that very small age. So I knew that how music influenced people, because that we can pass our feelings through the music. So even we can fight, if you listen to this Vivaldi's like Four Season, we can feel the expression.
Yeah, I
So
can feel it how you are trying to connect with music. Even, where we're talking about the beats,
yeah.
isn't it? So, could you elaborate on that? That, that how it started, the music connection, your mom's, you said. And what about your father? He was also into music?
No, no,
No,
no. He was not
completely
at
an
all. Yeah,
engineer.
completely. He was engineer, and but he was very supportive.
Okay.
And the thing is that he never pushed me. Even the only advice he told me, Sam, if you study well, you will get a good job and your life will be easier. If you don't study, you will face the consequences.
Okay.
So there is no push from my family to go to become a doctor or engineer or something. So follow your passion.
Yeah.
So that was, I'm lucky to have parents like that.
Okay. So, any early inspiration, like you mentioned about your mom. So, any other person that you inspired at your young age to become completely into music education or something like that?
Yeah, because that my father also, he found the taste and the talent of music in me, so he brought like a teacher to come home and teach me.
Okay.
So that time, like we used to have like a small keyboard at home, so I started playing in that keyboard. Then afterwards, he was actually supporting me. So whenever I need an upgrade and all these things, he was supporting. So I just tell dad, actually this is like that's enough, so I need to upgrade and all. He used to support. with whatever the equipments I need, he used to support me with that.
What about your siblings? You have siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister. She's just opposite to my character.
Okay.
She's a bookworm
Okay.
and valedictorian, top in all the studies and all. So she's not into music.
Okay,
at all.
would like
Yeah.
to mention her name?
Her name is Mercy.
Mercy. So
Yeah.
happy to know about your family,
Yeah.
in the beginning itself. So when you were young, you used to perform anywhere, that any chances you got to perform?
I got chances, but at the same time, I faced a lot of rejections.
Okay, so that was something
Yes.
still there in your heart, right?
Yeah.
So would like to know about it. So
Yeah, because for example, in the church and all, everybody used to get their own, permanent place. The pianist, they play the piano, the guitarist play the guitar, and the drummer used to play the drums and all these things. But for me, I was always a sub. If there is
Okay,
no
substitute.
pianist, substitute. If
Okay.
the pianist is absent, then it's my chance.
okay,
Okay, but I have no complaints. I did it well. But this rejection helped me in the future. While
Okay.
I was setting up my music school, I know how to play all the things. So I don't need to depend on a particular teacher.
okay.
If the teacher is absent or he's not coming, I can take the classes by myself because I know all these things. I can play piano, I can play keyboard, I can play guitar, drums, violin, even I could sing to a certain extent.
Wow.
So all that rejections helped me to, grow in a different level.
So that is an inspiring thing that those who feel that being a substitute, some people can take it as very negative and they can
Yes.
go in a different direction. So that is quite impressive. So when the rejections and the performances, you were saying that you're always a substitute. So what age that you decided? So when we talk about our children by grade 12, they have to decide which stream they have to take, right? So what age you decided, okay, I'm going to take the path of music?
It depends. First of all, I had a lot of students, they just came to learn for fun or something. But later stage, I realized that even the parents, that was actually one of the happiest moment I felt. The parents call or they came to meet me to tell that, sir, he or she wanted to take music as a career because of your influence.
No, I'm asking about your life, your life. That what age you decided that music is my path and I'm going to build my career on music.
I never made a decision to take music as my career.
Okay.
Actually, I studied maths in the college and I'm a graduate in maths. I finished my bachelor's in mathematics.
I thought you must be graduated
No
in
music degree. I don't have music degree.
Okay.
But just right after finishing my graduation, my music teacher asked, because he know that I'm very passionate and I used to practice throughout the night. Because I requested the teacher and the management to get a key for me of the music school so that I can practice throughout the night. So
Okay.
they gave me
So
the
you
key.
never get bored.
No, never. I could practice 4 hours, 5 hours, even 8 hours at single stretch. I could practice, especially the drums. I practiced maybe 8 hours at a stretch like that. So he told me that he found me. I am very passionate. So he told me, Sam, why don't we start our own music school? I said, it's okay, fine. And I started my first music school, I think when I was just 18 or 19.
18 or 19. Where
Yeah.
was it? Where
It
did you
was in
start?
Kerala. It's in the capital of Kerala, Trivandrum.
Okay.
So I started a school with my teacher. His name was also Sam.
What was the name of that school?
And my teacher's, his name was Sam, and I am also Sam.
Okay.
So we started the school named Sam School of Music. It's still there. It has
Still
like,
there.
yeah, 3,
Okay.
4 branches is there. It's still there. Thousands of students are, studying there. And the
Okay.
thing, last, I think a couple of months, I wanted to recruit some teachers in my institute here in Dubai. So when I get the CV, and 3 of them, it's written, they studied music in Sam School of Music.
Okay, so that time I think you must have felt that
Yes.
difference, that you made difference in so many people lives, isn't it?
Yes.
So how that feeling is, what is a feeling that you get when you see that kind of when people say that I studied from your school? What is the feeling that you get?
Because last time I had a chance to interview in a forum. So they introduced me as a music teacher or music educator, musician. So I told I'm not a musician, I'm a painter. So they amazed, okay, You're a painter? I said, yes, I'm a painter. How? I said, I make people's life colorful with music. Not the medium is not the paint, but the music. So those who make somebody's life colorful, he's a painter.
Okay.
So that's it.
So childhood we discussed and the spark we discussed, and you started the school in Kerala. Then when the journey started, so you must have faced challenges and you must have faced a lot of success. So would like to know about, how the success came into your life, from that 18 years when after you started the first school.
It's a kind of opportunity I find in every challenges. I don't see as a challenge. I see as an opportunity. As I told, if I'm being put as a serve, I find that, okay, it's an opportunity to learn another instrument. So that's how I overcome.
Okay, so the journey of success was easy. What do you think? Is it easy?
It's depends on your perspective.
Okay.
So if you wanted to take it easy, it's easy. So
Is there anything that still in your heart, some memories that along the way, that it's still there, that these are the challenges I face and this is how I came out of it? That anything that you can inspire people, those who would love to, start something and by themselves. So is there anything that you can share?
yeah, because as I told, that I make the people's life colorful. Okay, so at the end, whatever the the problems or the challenges I face, I take that that perspective into a positive thinking. What I contributed, to the society or to the people and all. So I'll just tell you one thing, because when I was studying that this internet or nothing, so to get a music sheet,
Yes,
it was very hard. I used to travel hours and hours, and I still remember to get a piano piece. I used to travel like 7-8 hours from my home, and I sit in the teacher's music home from morning to evening, because there is no photocopy or something like that. He used to tell the music sheet, and I have to write it down. But now everything is on our fingertips.
Very true.
From that challenges to this, now I published more than like 15 books, and some of them is available in Amazon and eBay. You just search for Sam Cleetus, it will come as number one. So from that situation to this, that's a massive change.
100%. So that is what I was thinking, when you were talking about the 80s, that now we are in a stage where there is AI, easy to get everything, even database, we can search for any lyrics, any music note. So that struggle that you had that time, when you think about it right now at this point, what do you think that, the people, those who are current, the young generation, you think that is there any difference that if they have to start something like how you started, they will face the similar issues?
No, this generation is different. In our that generation, we had a lot of patience.
Okay.
But now, no. We have to change according to the the situations and the tech. Now this everything is technology.
Yes.
So if you hold on to the back era, you will be outdated and you will be out of the market very soon. If I still pursue the same method which I was learning and I was teaching maybe like 10 years or 15 years, I will be totally out of the market. I'll tell you one example. Now everybody is in a fast pace. They wanted to get everything like immediately. Nobody has the patience. So when I was learning, the class was 2 hours. First of all, we have to wait to get the instrument, and second, to listen to a lot of lectures and all these things. At the end, that we have to wait for like 2 hours to finish one class. But now it's not like that. So I find that opportunity, and now I'm working on a project that you can learn music in 1 minute.
Wow. So
Do you
you
think
are
that-
up to date.
Yes.
Up to date.
Yeah,
to it.
because no one can believe that anybody can learn music with 1 minute.
Okay, we'll love to know more about that 1 minute lesson. So, what is it and
Because
how we can access it? How
yeah,
we.
that during and just right after the pandemic, the online things packed up.
Yes,
So a
yes.
lot of lessons and all these things available. Even I was very curious about it and I searched a lot. But the thing which is disappointing was if you take like, for example, you can go to YouTube and you just type like learn guitar or piano, all the lessons, the 90% or 80 to 90% is just talking, talking, talking. Only the few person is playing. So I wanted to change that. So I squeezed out my methodology so that like a capsule. So whatever you needed, the practical thing, I squeezed it to 1 minute.
Okay.
It will be like on live maybe within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the other challenges, the music lessons are expensive.
Yes.
So I wanted to give something is affordable, accessible and flexible, to the people.
Yeah, that's what in the beginning I said, access music education for all souls. So
Yes.
you correctly mentioned that it's affordable, right?
Yes.
So what is the procedure if, for example, if I wanted to learn music, if we are not looking at any particular age, like
Yep.
anybody can learn. So if I wanted to go for that 1 minute video lesson, so what should I do for it? What is just go to what is the website and
This is just 1minutemusiclessons.com. That is the website.
okay, perfect.
1minutemusiclessons.com. And the other thing, I'm fortunate to have the students of different age limits because I started my youngest girl, she was just 3, and the oldest is like 85.
Okay.
And still, I taught maybe tens of thousands of students, but I still remember those two, students' name. The
Excellent.
3-year-old, she was a Sri Lankan girl. Her name was Heva. And the old guy, he was 85-year-old. He's from UK. His name was Emmanuel. So
Okay.
still I remember that students because of this age.
Okay.
So I know how it works. So I made a syllabus so simple as a 3-year-old can learn.
Okay.
If a 3-year-old can learn, 10, 15, 20, 50, 85, they can learn. So that's how I made and simplified the music viable to all ages.
Excellent. So that is a great initiative, especially in the current generation. They don't have much time,
Yes.
isn't it? So
Yes.
they don't have to spend a lot of time to learn something new, something affordable, and something is very accessible. Like, what is the website once again, if you can mention?
1minutemusiclessons.com.
1minutemusiclessons.com. Just go there,
Yes.
get it, and start learning music, isn't it? So at your 18 years, you started in Kerala. So that
Yeah.
was your first.
Yes.
And which was the next? What age?
I was there for almost 5 to 6 years. And within 2 years, I opened another 4 branches.
Kerala itself?
Yeah, same city itself.
Trivandrum.
Itself. We had like 5 schools
Okay.
within like 2 years. Then I moved to Dubai in 2007 and I worked in 2 companies till 2011. And in 2011, I started a music school called Symphony where your children were learning.
Yes,
The
learning,
Symphony
yes.
I started in 2011.
Okay, which is in Al Nada.
Al Nada,
Okay.
yeah.
So there, especially because I know the school, because they have one-on-one teaching
Yes.
methods, and the quality of teaching is brilliant. And you do the Trinity exams
Yes.
in that. Could you elaborate on that? What type of services that they do in your Al Nada Symphony?
Yeah. Even from the right beginning, even from India itself, I started, sending the students for the exams. Because if they learn for, some fun or if they don't have any target, they were not serious.
Yeah, some goal should be there.
Yes.
Okay.
Why your daughter learned there for like 6 years, I think, if not mistaken.
Yes,
Because-
it's almost 7 years. Yeah,
Yes,
7 years,
because we are sending the exam for every 6 months or 1 year, we are sending them for exams. So she finished, okay, I finished the grade 1, now with grade 2, then grade 3, like that they are moving on.
she's in grade 7 now.
Yes, that's good. So like that, there are a lot of examination boards like Trinity College London, Royal College of Music, London College of Music, then rock school, and I'm fortunate to have to send all these examination board.
Yes.
So I know how it works, the grading system, their syllabus, and all. So I started sending students for, and I sent thousands of students for the exam. Even now we are just doing it.
Okay. Would like to know any particular student that those who were with you and they made a difference in the music journey. Is there anything particular that you remember? Would love to hear about it.
Yeah, I have an unforgettable moment in my life.
Okay.
So when I started symphony in 2011, one boy came with his father and he wanted to join for keyboard class. I said, it's okay, fine. I assigned to a teacher and she was teaching. And after 1 month, she came to me and she requested me, sir, I cannot teach this guy because he doesn't have any musical talent.
Okay.
So I tried my level best, but he's not picking up. He couldn't even play one song. So obviously the parents are paying for it. They expect some result.
Of
so
course.
It's better you tell the parent, okay, this is the situation. We wait for some time. Let him come after 6 months or 1 year like that. I said, it's okay, fine. If you cannot teach, I'll give to another teacher. And he was actually teaching him for another 1 more month. And he also came up with the same thing. He told her he doesn't have any talent or something. So at the end, the parents will be disappointed. So you just tell the truth. I said, it's okay, fine. I am taking the risk. I will teach him. I told the father, instead of coming once or twice a week, you come every day. I will teach him for free. I don't charge extra, but I will teach him for free. Then he slowly picked up, from the right beginning, and he just started going for the exam, like grade 1, 2, 3. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was with me till the COVID, like 7, 8 years. Then he disappeared. I think he finished all the grade 8 or something. Then I didn't see. Then after a few years, after the COVID, one of my friend, he built a studio here in Dubai and he invited me to, come to have a look. So I went there and I just went into the main console room. One fat guy, tall guy came to me and he asked me, Sam sir, what are you doing here? When I looked, I realized that this is the boy when I found in 2011 with no talent. I said, why you are here? He told me, sir, I am the senior sound engineer here. And now he is one of the best and talented sound engineer in Dubai. So that moment I felt very proud with myself and I see my life is like fulfilled. That moments are, it's like unforgettable.
No, I'm sure that it won't be one moment. There will be many.
Yes,
people,
many,
right?
many students. And one girl, actually, she got a scholarship. Now she is doing her master's in music in Australia. And another girl, she studied also in another conservatory and she is also teaching one of the best music schools in Dubai. And I could see that a lot of people or a lot of students, they took music as a career because of my influence. So that's what I'm saying. I make the people's or the students' life colorful with music.
So you're a painter.
Yes.
Yes.
Not only a musician, I'm a
Not
painter
only a
too.
musician, I completely agreed. So, in between, you mentioned that you wrote around 15 books,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 15 books. So, different, you are an entrepreneur, you are a musician, you play, like I said in the beginning, you play all kind of instruments.
Yeah.
Then there's writing. That is a different mode. So how that thought came that I have to write books and I want to inspire more people. So would like to know more about your books.
See, I was actually quite long. I was just a music teacher and doing the music schools like that. Then later on, I found the revenue sources and the potential of the music industry. So not only teaching or not only sending for the exams, I conducted events. Not once in a year or something. No, I think if you remember, we have a dedicated space for performance.
Yes.
Every week we used to have constant performance.
Yes. And you used to give chances for every child.
Yes. Every child, they can perform every week.
Yeah.
So that makes a huge impact. Even though they don't practice at home, they think, okay, I have the performance is coming up tomorrow or the day after, I have to practice.
Yeah, I think the artist needs the space to perform.
Yes, they need a platform to showcase their talent.
Yes.
If there is no place to showcase your talent, then what is the point of learning it? So this is all that lessons I learned from my experience. And at the same time, I didn't have trading for the musical instruments. So somebody joins our institute, we will, guide them, okay, you can go to this shop or online or something like that. Later on, I started our own music shop. So we used to sell the instrument. So that is also another, source of income. Then later on, like Ashika and all, they have a place need for recording.
Yes.
So the recording studios are expensive. What I did, so I learned music recording by myself. Then I started recording my own. And one of the girl, I think she was just 12 or 13. That was my first album I recorded. And at that time, she got more than 1 million views.
Wow.
Still, it's in the YouTube. So, that are all the things added value to my life. Then later on only, I was discussing this with one of my, let's say a mentor actually. He was my ex-boss. He's from UK. So I was telling all these things, and I told about, we have my own, syllabus. So that is a specialty of our school. The school I manage, I have my own syllabus to
Symphony.
teach. It's my syllabus. You can call it as symphony. It's my syllabus, because when I was learning, I used to learn a lot of books, roughest lot of books. For example, if you take a book having like 50 songs, maybe hardly 10 of them were good, sounds good. The other 40 songs which you may not like.
Yes.
So I was like working on it, whatever the good song, even the traditional or the modern or contemporary. I used a cream syllabus to make my students interesting. So like that, the lifespan of our students is long, not only like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. And now one guy is still learning with us. He's more than 10 years. He just came to us at the age of 4 or 5. Now he's 14 or 15, but he's still learning with us. So that's how I prepared my syllabus. So my boss asked me, why don't you write and publish it as a syllabus? Then I approached one publishing company. They see the books and they see the potential, and they told, okay, we can publish it, and they publish it, and it's now available in Amazon.
Okay. The name of the book is?
Anyone can play piano, anyone can play guitar, and anyone can play, I think, keyboard or something. The 3 books are available.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure that people, those who would love to check
Yes.
the best.
Yes, and it's designed. It's a kind of self-learning method. You can, if you read that, it's by point by point, by step, you can learn in a kind of like self-learning method.
Excellent. So coming with the books, then we were talking about the examination happens at your learning space. And when you look at the current generation, the 1-minute video, I understood. Then what are the other opportunities that you see in today's world? For example, you were mentioning before the interview about the corporate companies, those who approach you for the well-being and wellness of staff. You have the music classes. Could you please elaborate on that?
See, when I came in back 2007, I got hired in a company in the customer service section. And after getting a few, days.
How you manage customer service with this music mind?
That's what I'm doing. I'm serving the customers. I'm handling hundreds of, students and the parents, especially.
Yeah, still it's a customer
See,
service.
I handled you a lot, I think, in the.
Of course, a parent.
Yes, as a parent.
Yeah.
Or even student. So it's easy for me. But the owner called and.
What type of customer service it was? It was music?
No. It was completely different. FMCG.
Okay.
And I was handling the customer service.
Okay.
And the owner called me to the cabin and he told me, okay, sit Sam, and you know why I hired you? I said, no. So I just put in my CV, I have the music, the thing, the grade and all. So he told me, you play guitar, right? I said, yes. That's why we hired you.
Okay,
Yeah.
as a customer service.
Yes, because he told when the gatherings and all these things, because we don't have anybody to entertain with the music and all.
I know.
So at least you can, so he asked me, okay, do you have a guitar? I said, bring it, keep it here, play it. So that made a huge difference, huge insight. So now what I'm working on it, because now everybody is working under stress.
100%.
9 to 5 and all.
Yeah.
So where they will, get a, release from that and all. So what I'm planning to approach the corporate, do the music classes or the team building activity with the music in their premises.
Okay.
Maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
So you have a team.
Yeah, we have a team. So that's what I'm building it now. So we can go there and we can, train them in their premises. So that will make a huge difference because, when the music, the reason studies revealed that. So I think in a factory in Japan or China, I think it's a car manufacturing company. So they decided to put like mild music during the working hours. And after the studies, they proven that the productivity increased up to 30%. And even now, when I go to some meetings and all in different offices, I see that mild music they play, so that increases their productivity. So that makes a huge difference. And the people is having the musical the knowledge, and they are far better than those who doesn't have the music. For example, if you are a doctor or a professor or an engineer or even a simple executive, if you have music within you, you will be more creative, you will be more like productive. So all the benefits of music will come out through you. So it makes something unique with a person having music and without music.
Okay, so there is, I think you are full of music.
Yes.
You are a person with
Yeah.
100% music in you. So you mentioned that you love to sing as well.
That long back.
Long back now,
But still-
not anymore.
Not because I'm not getting any chances. And
Okay.
also, that my singing is very famous. You know that?
I would like to listen to his
No.
2-3 lines.
No, I'll tell you
Okay.
that I didn't have a like very nice voice.
Okay.
So everybody told Sam not to sing. But I sang one day. The people were amazed. Everybody was cheering out. Sam sang. Sam. You heard that Samsung, right?
Yes,
Word?
yes.
That's the story behind the Samsung company. Samsung.
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 Oh my God. Okay.
That's it.
I was thinking, whether even if it is a podcast, would love to listen to 2-3 lines from you. Okay.
So far, it's good. I
It's-
don't want to ruin the interview.
Okay. So we were talking about your journey and would like to know about your family, your children. What about your wife, your children? They are also into music?
Yeah. Do you know how many strings in a guitar?
Um,
No? No idea? 2, 3, 4.
My daughter sings, not. She has an interest in guitar.
But I think you have a guitar at home, right?
I have guitar, I have piano, I have ukulele,
Yes.
I have drums, I have everything at home. I don't know how I'm blessed with 2 children with music interest, and they come to your institute.
Yes.
So I gave it to you to teach them because I'm zero in it. Anyway, yeah, would like to know about
So
you.
my life as my family is like a guitar.
Okay,
So normal guitar, acoustic guitar has 6 strings.
6. Okay,
I have 6 kids.
beautiful. Yeah, would like to know their names.
The eldest one, she's Hannah, and I think you know her. She's very talented. She passed the grade 8 of Trinity College exam at the age of 12.
Oh.
Now she's 17. She sings well, and I don't push them. And she plays piano as well. And my second son, he's Nathan, and he plays guitar and drums. And the third one, she's Sarah. She's fond of violinist, but I'm not pushing her. Sometimes she go and practice. And the next one is John. He's a drummer. And the fifth one, she's Naomi. She sings well, and she wanted to try the piano. And the sixth one, away from the music, he's a gamer.
Oh,
So
computer.
Yes.
Computer games. Okay. So, how important is discipline, consistency, and continuous learning in music?
See, as I told, it depends. And nowadays, there is no serious music education for most of the students. They learn for fun, or they want to impress somebody, or for their personal interest only. I find very, few students, they are really interested and serious passionate about music. For example, let's say 80% of them, they are learning for their own, satisfaction, just to play few songs and just to impress someone, just reduce the tension and stress, something like that. That's it.
Okay, would like to know more about your company, Symphony.
Because I am actually a person behind many music schools. If
Okay.
anybody wants to start a music school, they come to me. I work as a music consultant,
Okay.
and we are opening up another music school in Dubai Silicon Oasis in 2 weeks, and its name is also Prime Symphony.
Prime Symphony.
Prime Symphony.
Okay.
And the other thing, and I focused only on music. We don't do any other activities. We don't have dance, we don't have craft, and we don't have any other activity. We completely focused in
Focused
music.
on music.
And one-to-one sessions. We don't do group classes.
Yes.
Strictly one-to-one. So one student with one teacher, so that we make sure they are getting undivided attention, so that like they can learn very fast.
Okay.
And many of them say it's expensive, but at the end, okay, you save money and you save like time also. So you can learn fast.
I don't think that people will say once they experience it.
Yes.
Because it's like a testimony. I'm saying that
Yep.
it's about the quality
Hmm.
that we get. So of course people will look into it. Those who are really passionate and they really wanted to, be the best in the music, isn't it? So in this UAE market, so how does UAE as a country welcomed you and your company here, and how that happened in your life? Yeah.
Because as you know, UAE, it promotes a lot of cultural activities. So that's how it is. You can't even count the number of music schools and art centers in Dubai. If you go to each and every area, you can find a music school or cultural center or dance class or it's everywhere. But still, the market is not saturated. You have the place. Even still, there are openings for 100 music school. It's like a grocery store. You can start the music school anywhere. So that's how it is, the market.
Okay. As a person, how you consider yourself? You said you're a musician. Of course, you're a painter when it comes to that coloring the life. You are an author, father of six beautiful children. So, how do you feel as a person right now? We were starting from the childhood, right? So, right now, at this moment, what is your feeling?
Because what I believe, because we have a very short life. So what makes me satisfied, that what I contribute to the world. Still last week I got a CV of a girl. She's a music teacher. She is looking for a job. And when I saw her, she in her resume she written and she studied in Sam Schools of Music. So even after I left, I think in 2006, they're almost like 20 years. Still the institute I started, still the people are getting the benefit out of it. And the other thing, as is told, what we can contribute to this world, one, our deeds, and second, our generation, our kids. So I'm rich enough, to the world to contribute like 6 kids with the passion and the talent towards music. Maybe, they can run the, school. Even, last, the holidays, my daughter, she was, handling the office and little bit of teaching and all these kind of things. So that's how it is. So I believe and I satisfied that, what I'm doing is the best.
So you're content with what you have and you're happy
Yes.
about it. And so inspiring to, to know your journey. Because when you said that, you were a substitute
Yes.
all the time,
Yeah.
but now you're the main.
Yes.
You be main character of, whenever we say the quote that, you have to play the main character of your own movie.
Yes.
So I think you've become one, isn't
Yeah.
it? From being a substitute to become a main character, owning so many branches of your own institute, and being a guiding light for so many students. And they, of course, we may forget. I don't know whether I'm sure that you must have, remembering all your students. They never forget
Yes.
the Mr. Sam Cleetus or the symphony, the music journey that they got, right? So I have some rapid fire questions. It's a funny question. From the serious note to we go to a funny mode. Is that okay?
See, his music is always low funny.
Yes.
It's not rocket science. It's music.
Yes, it's music.
Okay.
And so, before going for that, what message would you like to share with people who want to join symphony as students, musicians, or partners? Is there any message that you want to give?
It's for the students. I would say that don't compare you with some other else.
Okay.
You can't be a Mozart, you can't be a Beethoven, or you can't be a great musician. But you can be your own, musician. Like, see me, you are telling that you don't have the fond of music.
I love
But
music to listen, but when it
yes,
comes to, like you said, I will definitely try your 1 minute
yes,
sessions. You know,
yeah.
I always have a feeling that I cannot do it. You know, that people like me will be there for sure.
Yes. Most of
So
them, they believe like that. I
yeah,
cannot do it, and this
yeah,
is not the cup of my tea,
yes,
something like that. But it's not like that.
yeah, yeah.
And the people are asking me, so which is the easiest instrument and which is the hardest? I could say, you can decide. Some instrument need like more practice. For example, violin and all, it takes a lot of time. But if you practice, if you see that how beautiful people are playing violin, they are same like you. But what's the difference? They spend more time on it. So that's why they could, play like a master. That's it.
Excellent. Yeah. So I hope the musicians, students, and you will definitely will come to you and get inspired from you, and to let them be the musicians and let them be like painters, like how you are.
Yes.
Yes.
Making
So
others happy.
yes,
So this is what I
100%.
do. This
Yes.
is the difference between the other job and a musician. We
Yes.
make everybody's happy. Because even
It's not an easy job,
it's not
right?
easy job,
Yeah.
but when they play one song,
Yeah.
at the end, they are elated, they are overjoyed.
I know.
But they feel that I achieved something. I could play one song in guitar. I could play even just one chord, but that makes them happy. That makes, that changed their lives. So that's what I'm doing.
100%.
Yes.
100%. And we'll come to the rapid fire round, okay? One word that describes music for you.
Heartbeat.
Heartbeat, okay. A musical instrument you can play even with your eyes closed.
Any musical instrument.
I remember the story that you said.
Yes.
Your favorite Kerala musical influence? Is there any Kerala musical person that you were inspired of?
See, even though in Kerala, from my childhood, I was learning Western songs.
Ah, okay.
I was not fond of Carnatic or, other things, because from my childhood, trained only the Western kind of
Okay.
things.
Okay.
And also, the other thing is that there is huge difference between the performance and the teaching. The performers, they are perfect in what they play.
Okay.
But as a music teacher, it's not easy job, because that performers, they have their own genre. For example, that Carnatic music, they play only that. And the Western, they play only that. Even the Western, like rock stars, they play only rock. Country style, they play only country style. But as a music teacher, we have to adopt all the genres. Because you may like blues. I should know blues to teach you. Somebody may like the country music. I should know that, okay, how I teach the country
My
music.
daughter says jazz.
Yes, yes. So the music teacher should be open to all genres, because some genre I don't like personally, but I have to teach my students.
So you have to learn by
You
yourself.
have to learn, and we have to love.
Got your point.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So is there any particular song that you never get tired of listening to? Any song?
All the song. The songs, the Twinkle Twinkle, I learned when I was 3 or 4. Still now, I'm teaching that song. That's it. It never changes.
Yes.
All the songs which I learned in my childhood, still I'm teaching.
So I know that you're a creative person, but when comes about coffee or tea, which one you like?
Neither.
Okay. Okay, you are a early morning person or a late night person when comes, which one is you?
See, my wife always used to say that I don't have discipline at all. Even if you want me to wake up the whole night, I will do that.
Okay, because you mentioned in your, in our interview itself that almost for 8 hours you used to practice, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, I understood. Yeah. So, if not a musician, what would you be? Is
I'll
there any
be
other?
philanthropist. I'd like to do charity.
Okay. Good. Is there any dream collaboration that anyone you want to work with? If you look at the world musicians, anybody?
As I told you, for the performers, it's relevant to collab with someone. But for the teachers, I would like to have those who doesn't have any musical background. I want to work with them.
That's a brilliant answer. I didn't
Yes.
expect. One thing that people don't know about you, your wife told that you are not
Yeah.
at all a disciplined person. Is there anything else?
Yeah. The second thing is, I'm a graduate in mathematics. No one knows that.
Yes.
Still, I have the certificate.
Yeah. So, you're from Kerala. So,
Yeah.
is there any particular Kerala thing that you still take it as a proud as a Malayali? What is when I ask about Kerala, what comes to your mind?
My language.
Okay. Is it one? It's one of the toughest
If I
languages.
go anywhere, I can ask 2 words. Naatilevideya.
Naatilevideya?
I will get an answer.
Okay. And when comes about UAE, what comes to your mind? What is
I think almost my life, half of my life is here.
Mm.
So
It's
more
home.
than Kerala, it became my home.
It's like your home.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. A music journey that you had, like when I was listening to you, it's beautiful. You
Thank
know,
you.
if somebody talks to you, I think they will definitely think about music.
Mhm.
They'll think about learning something new and make our life a little more stress free.
Yes.
So definitely it was a good moment, some time for me as well to for listening to your it was not answers, we were actually you were taking you were literally talking about a journey which was quite inspiring.
Mhm.
And definitely I'm sure that those who are watching us, listening to this conversation, will definitely get some inspiration, and definitely they may join the music classes when they get the time. Even they don't have time, they can think about this 1 minute
Yep.
lesson. And the companies, corporate people can also think about the music sessions. So before winding up this beautiful conversation, you want to add on something?
I want to believe that music is the only field which is like adaptable to new things. For example, I was talking to one tech guy yesterday. He was telling me, Sam, I am so fed up with this technology because it's keep on changing. For example, AI, we have to learn new things every day. Otherwise we will be out of the market. So they are learning new things because of this situation. But music is the only field you are learning the new thing with passion. Because if you listen to a new song, new melody, immediately you should go there and you want to try that with the passion. So that is the only field I believe in music. The new thing is not like a pressure or something. You are doing it with your whole heart.
100%. Even I believe in it that when you do anything with passionate mind, we never feel the pressure, right? So when we were talking, you were saying that you used to travel almost for 2 hours or 3 hours to get that musical note.
Yes.
So that was a passion that I could see in you. So I would like to say thank you once again for spending.
Also, I wanted to add one more thing. You told to ask some questions about Kerala.
Yes.
I could teach the inmates, the prisoners of the central jails in Kerala. There are 3 central jails, one in Kannur, Thrissur and Trivandrum. I was teaching music for the inmates for almost 2 years.
Oh, that is something different.
And
I didn't expect.
And at the end, 2 prisoners, when they came out from the jail, they started their own music school. And few inmates, they inspired from me. They write their songs, they composed, and I published. I sponsored, and many videos are available on YouTube. So from the criminal mind, it's a transformation. So these are the things which motivates me, and still that I have the letters, the prisoners with the criminals, they wrote me the letters that, okay, thank you sir for coming to us and teaching to us, giving us the that opening the world of music to us.
I think you can do wonders with music, isn't it? So that you are blessed that you are living in a magical world of music, and those who would love to join you in your magical world, definitely.
Anytime, anybody can learn music. Even not with me, even from YouTube or any source, you can learn. You should try. At least you should have one musical instrument at home, whether it will be like guitar or ukulele or violin. Just not even have to play, but to show. When you look at the musical instrument, you feel the peace of mind. That's the power of music.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for the time. I know you are also busy, but taking out some time for us, and it was a pleasure. And thanking on behalf of everyone here once again, and I hope that we'll see you again.
Thank you, Simi. Thank you for having me, and it's good to see you after a long time, I think.
Seriously, yes.
And
And yeah, that's what we could connect more than an interviewer
yes,
because I was one of the parent. Yes,
yes.
I'm one of your customer.
Yeah, because that's why I'm sitting, confident in front of you that I know what I, did in the
Yes,
past, and
absolutely.
you are my, even let's say, a customer.
Yes,
Your
so
kids
that's
are,
what the
yes,
true testimony I gave that
yeah,
my daughter's passion in music
hmm,
started from symphony.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thanks for watching our art podcast, and I'll be back with the next inspiring story very soon.